What's going on, everybody? So this will be a part 3 of the cabinet series we're doing right now, and later on in this video I'm going to give you all 3 big tips on when you're painting, so make sure you stick around and check that out. Aside from that, the main goal of this video is to show y'all how I painted everything, what equipment I used, and what paint and primer. But before I do that, I just want to admit that I haven't been spraying cabinets for 20 years like some people. I don't have a spray booth. I probably don't have the best equipment, but I am able to get it done. And generally when I'm finished, it does look really good. All right, so let's get into it. So I am using a X5 Magnum airless. You can get these at Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon. They're generally about $350, $400. I'm spraying with a 515 tip. That's going to give you about a 10-inch spray pattern, which, you know, is kind of wide. If you want a smaller spray pattern, you can do like a 415 or 315. These rigs do have an adjustment for the PSI. I don't know exactly what I spray at. I just know that if I feel like I need it to spray a little harder, I turn it up. I know it goes up to about 3,000 PSI, and if I feel like it's spraying too much, I just turn it down. For the primer, I'm using a Kilz multi-surface all-purpose sealer, and for the paint, I'm using Sherwin-Williams Emerald Urethane. So tip number 1, and this one is a big one, and you're going to want to learn this right out of the gate. Do not try to get the perfect paint job on your first pass. You're going to be much better off to just spray a lighter coat. I'm a big fan of multiple light coats. If you try to get that full solid coverage on the first pass, more times than not, you're going to end up getting a lot of paint runs, and that is just going to make you hate painting. Tip number 2, and I actually learned this doing drywall for many years, texturing houses and stuff. Always spray the hard to reach areas first. If you end up spraying the big panel pieces first and then you come back and try to hit the small areas, what you're going to end up doing is getting a lot of overspray on the big areas, and you're going to end up spraying too much paint, and that's going to cause paint runs. Tip number 3, and this one does probably sound obvious, but you spend all this time building these awesome cabinets and doors. Do not cheap out on the paint. Like, that is crucial. Spend the money, get some good quality paint. I mean, you want these cabinets to last for a long time, so spend the money. This job actually has 2 sets of cabinets. We're doing a couple of small cabinets for the pantry, and we're doing a pretty big set of cabinets for the laundry room, both rooms of which are going to have these butcher block countertops, and we're doing the same color for both sets. The color here is silvered gray. In my opinion, there's multiple ways of applying stain. You can spray it, you can brush it, you can use a rag. Obviously here I'm using a brush, and depending on the look you're going for, most times you want to let the stain sit for about 10-15 minutes before you wipe it off if you want it to soak in pretty good. That's generally what I do. This one right here, I really wasn't sure just how dark it was going to go, so I didn't really let it sit on there too long before I started kind of wiping it off. And worst case scenario, it's not as dark as you want, and you just put another coat on. So that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Next video is going to be of the install. I'm excited to be able to show y'all how it all turned out. It looked awesome. So check it out.